What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 2nd Street Marvel, and welcome to the Trailer Park Live right here on the 2nd Street Marvel. We're coming at you live every single Friday night, usually about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes things happen and we run a little bit late, and I'll be honest with you, technology sometimes can be a bitch. You know it, I know it, we all know it. And I mean and here's the thing is, and this really kind of helps bring us into the discussion we're gonna have tonight is, and here's the thing is, I know that technology is a bitch sometimes. It never works out when we want it to. And the thing is I guess that means what then? That means you need to get to your computer a little bit earlier, Trinity. You know it's gonna want to freeze up, and you're gonna have to want to restart your computer. You're gonna have to want to restart your computer before you go live. So maybe you should start a little bit earlier, knowing that, right? Right? I know that. You know that too. Anytime that you need to get some shit done, that's what happens. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate you all being here. If you're new here to the show, what I do here on the Trailer Park Live is I typically talk about some of the comic books that I've pulled and read for the week, and then I get into the live chats and interact with you all as we talk about some things that have happened throughout the week. And what a week it's been, right? I hope you're all having a very good night. I see we got some very great people in here. We got some of the Myrtle Maniacs. We got Jonathan Velasquez and my favorite Porter, Mike Porter, in the house. We got Comic Book Steals and Deals. How are you doing? About to watch episode 4. Can't wait. Awesome, man. Yeah, and you don't have to worry about, I was gonna say, you don't have to worry, Jonathan, if you're here listening. Not talking about WandaVision right now. Not talking about WandaVision right now. So you're good to go. You're good to go. Yeah. Mando with the Bando says, I just saw the WandaVision spoilers on YouTube. I promise I won't say or spoil anything, but damn, I'm more hyped for the upcoming episodes. Yeah, you know what? Somebody actually sent those to me as well, and I watched the video, and a lot of it was stuff that was in the preview trailer for episode 5. I mean, well, not really. I mean, like, kinda, but like I seen it, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. I also kind of sat there and thought, like, did they fake that? Are they just that good? But I don't think they are. Yeah, legit. Yeah, I watched it. But I'm hyped for it anyway. And, like, the only thing that did for me, that it really kind of spoiled, I guess, was, I guess I can't really say without spoiling anything. So I'm not going to say, just in case Jonathan is still here. And let me get this thing. There we go. Is that just a little bit better? There we go. I feel like it was a little bit off, not on center. There we go. Yeah, the anticipation, man, dude. Jonathan, you're gonna love the episode, bro. You're gonna love the episode, dude. I'm telling you. Remember how episode 3 landed and ended with such intensity? This does that too. Episode 4 takes you. Yeah, and I was talking about this morning. I cannot wait, for all of the season to be done, so I can just sit there and watch it in one whole cinematic experience, because it's gonna be quite different. It's gonna be quite different doing that. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it, dude. It's so great. Trinity says that means it'll take him even longer to read the chat. Not if you don't talk in the chat, then I don't have to, Yeah, late. Yeah, late. Well, I mean, I was a few minutes late. I set it for 8:20. It was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, but we won't get into the technology thing. Like I said, I should know that technology's not going to work, and I should know to be here earlier for that reason. Park Outdoors, thank you so much for being here. Oh, dude. Maybe it's just my mouse. Maybe I need to charge my mouse. Maybe that's all it is. Says don't worry, I won't take spoilers personal. About to start in a few. All right. Calling calling me John. John, on the other hand. Oh, did I call you John? Did I call you John, or did somebody else call you John? There. Yeah, I would. I usually, yeah. You're all good. But anyway, guys. You know, and speaking of which, I mean, okay, you know what? Maybe we should talk about some comic books. Maybe we should start off. Ah, let me grab these. These books I read this week. Where are the ones I read this week? I don't even see them here. I must have. Oh, where'd I put them at? No, it's last week's. I don't know. I've got so many comic books sitting here in front of me right now. Anyway, there were some very good books. You know, one of the things though, we'll go ahead and get into this. We'll go ahead. How about we'll just lead with where we were going to end on the comic books. These right here, I finally got in my trade paperback for Mountainhead, and I'm not sure if you guys have ever read this or checked this out. I'm not sure if you're into horror or not, but this book is really great. It's written by John Lees. It's got art by Ryan Lee. The colorist is Doug Garbark. Letterer is Sean Lee. This is a really good book about this kid who was abducted when he was a child, and he doesn't know it. But then him and his father end up getting caught up with the police, and so he goes back to his real family, and through that, and his father, his father gets locked up in jail. He's in jail for a lot of stuff. And so they ended up getting separated, and this kid goes to live with his family, and he's living in this small town, and a lot of crazy things happen, and it gets like really bonkers in here. Now, the thing that I like when I first got this book in like issue 1, I was kind of like, I don't know, like the art was like, because the first issue didn't like, it gave us some horror stuff, but it was kind of like, yeah, okay. But then by the time you got into like the second issue, the third issue, the art really grew on me, especially for the style and the story that was going on. I'll give you a look at some of that art there. Look at some of the art. This book is freaking great. This book is freaking great. Because a lot of horrific things happen as he's going there. Doing this. Look, he even got this guy right here. Dude, it's some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff going on in this book. And it's great. It's absolutely great. And like I said, at first the art was I was kind of like, I don't know, with the art and everything. And then as it got into like more of that horror stuff, I really got into like the art and everything, because it really kind of like it's like kind of unsettling is what it is. Like a lot of the line work and everything on there, and then the colors, like it was really cool, and I liked it. And that's kind of what, there's a book that came out last week, wasn't that last week? Crimson Flower, issue number 1. Dude, written by Matt Kent, and the artist on there was, oh man, I can't remember the artist, but he was interviewed. I seen a live stream with him on there the other day, the artist from that book, from Crimson Flower, and it's got a similar art style, and it's really cool, really cool shit. And this other one I got, I wanted to get this and check this out. Was No Heroine. I still haven't got this, but it was a trade paperback. And the cool thing about this I want to talk about is it's only like from a 3-issue miniseries. It's written by Frank Gogol. He's done several of those. Like I know he did Dead End Kids. What was that, 2 years ago? Did Dead End Kids, and it was a 3-issue miniseries, and I got it. It was pretty good. Met him at Comic-Con and everything. Yeah, it was pretty cool little series. And then he came out with this one, but for whatever reason, I didn't get this on my pull list at the shop. I think I probably just didn't put it on there, and by that time, like by the time I realized it was just, and my comic shop doesn't order in a whole lot of Source Point press. So this came out. I seen it in the solicits. I'm like, ooh, I'm for sure gonna order the trade on that because I wanna, like I said, I read Dead End Kids. I thought it was pretty good. But the thing is, like, Dead End Kids Summer Job just came out this week too, and it didn't come in. I'm wondering if it maybe have got delayed from from the from Diamond or something because I know like some other people got it, but like maybe it didn't get on the order or whatnot. Who knows? Because like I know a couple of weeks ago my Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights didn't come in either, issue number 2, but it finally came in last week. So hey, it's all good as long as I get it. That's what I want, because like I think the one I forgot to put on my comic book pull list was on Behemoth Comics, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, which issue 2 I got that in was freaking great. And then like I didn't get issue 1, and now I guess issue 1 is like going for like some crazy prices, and it's like maybe a second printing, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, I got this in $9, 3-issue miniseries. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's check it out. And like I said, my LCS don't get in a whole lot of source point press, so that's could be for reasons like that. Maybe when they were ordering, they're like, oh, just like skipped over because they forgot. Who cares? Who cares? Regardless, my LCS is still cool anyway. They always get my shit in for me, and plus anything that I ask them to get, they're more than happy to try to get for me, which is something I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? Maybe I actually just need to reach out to more publishers and shit and ask them like, hey, like, you want to like, I know, like, because a lot of the indie publishers send out like solicits and stuff to comic shops or whatnot, kind of get their attention, be like, hey, like, if you send me something like early enough, like before the FOC date, so I can read it and review it and talk to people about it here on the channel, I can tell my LCS, and there's other people at my LCS at this point because I'm there on Tuesdays. I help them do the bagging and boarding and all of that shit. I go in there and help them do all that. Like, I know there's other people. There's at least 2 other people that read a lot of the same books that I do. You know what I mean? Like, we get to the pool list, I'm kind of like, oh, like, when we're doing them, as he's calling them out, I'm like, okay, I might as well just pick up this. Like, I know, like, this person reads a lot of the same shit I read, so I might as well get this and this and this. And then, you know what? Hey, we'll toss this one in there too. And they don't make them, they're not obligated to it, but like, sometimes, I'm like, hey, they might want this. And LCS is like, put it in there. He might like that. I'm like, all right, cool. Cause I know, right? So I probably need to get with some more of these people. Like, hey, like, look, I like, they listen to me. Like, they don't like listen to me, like, you gotta listen to me. But like, they obviously, they're more than happy to get in my shit. And that's, that's just a sign of a good LCS anyway. When they're willing to get you whatever you want. Like, if I ask them to get me shit, they'll get it. They'll do their best to get it. I don't know. I actually went to the other comic shop that's just like right up the block from Bases as well. It's funny, they're like so close to each other. And it's under new ownership. The new owner there actually took it over about the same about the same time last year when I think he said late March, right when the lockdowns were getting ready to happen. But he ended up buying the shop, and he's changed a lot of stuff up in there from how it used to be. It's pretty nice little shop too. Maybe one of these days I'll have to go shoot a little video in there and show it off to you guys. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's just a different setup, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'll catch you guys later. All right, man. Take it easy, Jonathan. Yeah, I'll be here flapping my gum still. Instead of Nicholas, I'm just gonna start calling you Legolas. XR. Oh, is that where we're at? Who's Nicholas? Nicholas. Is that XR? Is XR net? You got me beat by 1 letter. No, what? Beat by 1 letter? What are you talking about? What? I must have missed something here, man. XR Coon says, do you think Monica will eventually run Sword? I don't know. It's hard to say, because here's the thing. She obviously don't have her powers yet, right? Because I don't see an organization like that, like S.H.I.E.L.D. even, or Sword, would want to knowingly put a super powered hero in charge of in charge of something like that. They don't trust him, right? That's kind of that's kind of the whole point of the Sokovia Accords is all the regular humans and all the people who without superpowers and shit or without the technology like Tony Stark has, they're like, look, we don't trust your ass. So I doubt they're gonna put her. They would knowingly want to put her in charge of that. Although, could easily argue about Abigail Brand and everything in the comics, and we could get into chop all that up, but they wouldn't knowingly. I guess that's what I'm saying. But will it happen? Probably so. Probably so. So far, WandaVision is good. I hope they keep up the pace. Yeah, dude. And that's the thing. You know, I wanted to. We'll talk about that really quick. A lot of people were talking about the episodes, the length of them, and everything, and all that stuff. Like, look, I think at this point, that's all you're gonna get of it. So I get where people didn't like it, but in the end, I think when we get the full experience of it all, it's all gonna look better. You know, it's all gonna look better. And I also want to point out something that God, what was it? It was Comic Book Steals and Deals. I'm not sure if he's still up in here. He was talking about the other day about how every episode the credits, and I was noticing that too, but he pointed out, and that's when I was like, oh, I went back and I was like, yeah, because every single episode when the credits start rolling, it shows scenes from the episode, and every single one of them ends zooming into Vision's eye. And I'm telling you, today's episode, when it did it, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the chemistry of Wanda and WandaVision is spectacular. Absolutely. Like me, like I understand why some people wouldn't like it, dude. I've loved every single minute of it. Now, the one thing I haven't done yet, and I'm probably gonna sit down and do that here over the weekend too, is I'm gonna take and sit down and run the episodes next to the show. When they're watching it and when the show's happening. I want to take a look at both of those and see the time lapse there, because I was starting to think about something. You know what? This isn't the time. This isn't what we're talking about. Oh, Hayward. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Like, does anybody trust Hayward? Like, the second I seen that dude on screen, I'm like, oh, you know, I know R.C. Scott's going to get triggered when I say this. I know R.C. Scott's going to get triggered. I see him there in the chat. But when I seen Captain Hayward, I'm sitting there like, oh, you can't trust the middle-aged white man. Ugh. Ew. Gross. Ugh. A white man. You can't try. Obviously, I mean, he's the villain. He's the evil white man. Oh, man. Oh, man. But no, he's like he kind of comes off like he just kind of like the second he came on screen, he seems like a warm character, and he's like it erodes really quick. My man, those leaks though. Oh, I know. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. Thanks for spoiling it, Jason. Guys, make sure you go check out Polyhedral Paradice. He was here. Jason was on the channel last night. We had a great conversation. It was a fun time nerding out with Jason, and we're gonna have to get together with more members of more Myrtle Maniacs and bring them on, because even Mike Porter's been on. It was fun with him. Eric Heine was on the show with us as well with Mike Porter. It was a good time. And when I do some of those, I might look to only get maybe one, maybe like 2 people at a time with me along there. Because I mean, it gets to be, it can get crazy if you get more people than that. If you ask me, I think 2 people is really good, and that's why I kind of like when the live stream's doing like that. It's kind of rough because I feel like we're ignoring the chat a lot of the times because we're busy having a conversation, which is what you're here for, which is what you want, right? Don't you want the conversation? Like, and that's the part of the thing is like, we all want our voices heard too. That, you're sitting there in chat like, oh, but this and that, like, it's like, but like, hey, like the chat, look at the chat. But like, like it's kind of hard balancing all that. And the thing is like when you're on a live stream like that, the difficult thing is because like, if you think about, one of the things I always think about is throughout a show, especially when you got somebody on there and you're talking, like this morning, we had Chillmonger on here. Because you want to talk to the guest, you want to have that conversation. That's what you want to watch, right? You want to see that. And the thing is I always think about that. Like, you want to keep the entertainment up for the viewer, for you, the viewer. But at the same time, we want to acknowledge it too, because it's not quite the same as TV was back in the day when I used to watch it. A lot of the shows and everything, thinking the Johnny Carsons and stuff out there, or the late night with Conan O'Brien. Wasn't it Conan O'Brien? All of those kinds of things. RC Scott with a $5 donation says, I believe that is a direct donation. There's a link down in the description where you can send direct donations. Instead of letting Google get your money. Thank you so much for with a $5 super chat. Says it's been a while since I've shown some love. I know that I was bashing Faith No More during the week, but I'll admit that the Angel Dust album was good. That's like a backhanded apology, bruh. Was good. Man, it's fucking great. It's great. Angel Dust, bro. Like, Angel Dust is anyway. Where were we? Where were we? I lost where we were. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, yeah. Anyway, good. The show's been damn great. The show's been damn great. Okay, yeah. Jonathan was on too. Yeah, Jonathan was on last week as well. Absolutely. We need to get Will Morgan up in this piece of shit. That's what we need to do. Motherfucking Will Morgan! Yeah. So, and guys, if you guys didn't check out Meta Egg last night, man, Will Morgan, Mike Porter, did you watch that? Did you go back and watch that live stream, Mike Porter, that Will Morgan did last night? He did a live stream last night. Dude, it was great. Like, he was going off, like, he reminded me, I know you've seen that meme. I know you've seen that J. Jonah Jameson meme. The one with Joss Whedon. More penis picture with the Ultron one. Like he reminded me of that. Like, he was like J. Jonah Jameson going mad. Like, it was great. It was great. Okay. Also interesting how Sword doesn't fully know about Space Sword Base and the scrolls up there. Well, that's the thing is, I think they do. I think they do know about that. I mean, didn't they made mention of it? Because the thing he said was they no longer do manned missions after the blip. They no longer do manned missions. They use robots and nanotech and AI. Interesting. Kind of like Vision, maybe. Kind of like Simon Williams? Maybe Simon Williams made that stuff, and then Tony Stark once again appropriated somebody's technology and ripped off their stuff. And that's where he had the original idea for Jarvis. I'm just spitballing here, but yeah, I think that I would think they do know. I would think they do know, because the way she was talking to him about it kind of made sense. Like they knew, because they've obviously been out in space, and he did mention that she's grounded only to terrestrial missions instead of extraterrestrial. Yeah. Aggressively Relaxing is in the building, everybody. But dude, you guys got to go check out Aggressively too, man. Good shit, man. Says the public's opinion on superheroes could have evolved after Infinity War. No. No, they can't change. They can't change. Humanity can't do that. They had their chance to change. Didn't you watch Avengers Age of Ultron? Yeah, no, I don't know. It is really interesting because they still feel the same though. Like General Ross, he ain't letting nothing go. Or Secretary Ross, my bad. Here in that position, right? Yeah, Secretary Ross, he ain't letting nothing go, man. Nah. But some people probably did. Alex Talon says, really hoping she becomes Captain Marvel or Danvers over Danvers. Also, hoping the show doesn't go woke. I was getting the impression from the head of Sword's interaction with Monica. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say woke. I mean, if you wanna get into show going woke, I mean, there's some shit going on in the show I could point out to you. That you'd be like, oh, what? I guarantee I could. I could get some. I've been after watching the episode, I'm like, ooh, like I've got this great clickbait video I could do, but like it's not like it's nothing that I really care about. But your boy Myrtle, however, he might be able to pull that off. What if they have the half hour the whole time, and a 2-hour finale? Okay. I'm okay with it. I've loved each episode and how it's gone down. Like, I'm okay with those short episodes. They've given me just enough. Make me wait till next week. Give me just enough. Make me wait till next week. Last week's, like, the first 2 episodes was great. This episode number 3 was perfect. It was just enough. This episode number 4 is perfect. Gives me just enough. And both of them, like these last 2 episodes, like the standalone episodes were like, ooh, like they were like, they're turning up that flame. You know what I mean? In the last few episodes, it's going to be afterburners, baby. Yeah. So we thought that the Skrulls could be a potential threat in controlling Westview on the whiteboard, who Wu was writing on. Yeah. They were looking. I mean, they're looking at everything. Yeah, obviously. I mean, they're putting everything out there, trying to. They're just like us. They're out there trying to figure it out. Trinity. No, it's Trinity. That's a Trinity. Anyway, 3 1-hour episodes. Ooh, yeah. See, because my thing was like, I think they're gonna get to 45-minute episodes. Yeah, but yeah. Sadly, I think Vision isn't coming back and is staying dead after Wanda's vision inevitably ends. Yeah, I think there's something. I think that's kind of what's going to go on, is because she's obviously there, probably has the body, and that's what I was thinking about. Like, she's toting around this dead body, like dead Vision's going around everywhere, interacting like that. Looking like that and not freaking out. Somebody is definitely, they're playing some games here. And that's where I guess the residual self-image, their image in this series comes from, because they're all seeing something different than what they really are in reality. We see that where they're going through the portal, like when Rambeau got sucked in, she, her clothes changed and everything. Of course, we don't know what it was, because in that first scene we see her in the first scene that we see her in, she doesn't have the speaking part, where she's sitting there in a scene that we haven't seen in the show, where she's sitting there in front of the store reading like the newspaper, and you see Wanda and Agnes in the background, right? And you see, dude, like, fuck. This wasn't we weren't supposed to be talking about this shit. Who got me started on WandaVision? Son of a bitch. God damn it. We had some. I love that the Ant-Man close hand magic trick call. But yeah, dude, that was great too. I loved it. Jimmy, dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Jimmy Woo, like, Randall Park is fucking great, man. I love Randall Park. Like, yeah, he's just like, yeah, he all flips out the card. Yeah. Yeah, that was just great stuff. And like, I'm telling you and that's another thing that I was thinking about. Like, Marvel, and then we were talking about this the other day. Marvel is so good at putting together these fucking casts, these ensemble casts, and just getting all the right people to work together. Because I'm telling you, Catherine Hahn is like even after watching, I've always liked Catherine Hahn, but seeing her in this, I'm like, dude, I fucking love Catherine Hahn. Love it, you know. I'm like the little emoji with the hearts. Catherine Hahn. Fuck, I love her in this series. I see I see Jimmy Woo come in. I see Randall Park come in. And I'm like, and I love him from Fresh Off the Boat. And I see him come in to the series and do even what he did in Ant-Man, and he's playing a bigger role here. It looks like, you know, well, kind of, you know, he's not just, you know, a few minutes in there. Fucking great, dude. I love it. I love it. He's freaking awesome. He's freaking awesome. And then, dude, I'm telling you, what's her name again? Darcy. Yeah. She came in and did just a fucking fantabulous job in this episode as well. And like I said, I like her. I just don't like a lot of the stuff she does, like the two broke girls or whatever. I never watched that show. I don't watch a lot of that, you know, the new age sitcom bullshit. But I like even some of the stuff that I had seen of. I'm just like, you know, like, all right, whatever. I'm not really into all that, but like, she's good. I know she's good. It's just not like, she's kind of typecast and gets those roles, and that's kind of what, you know. Hey, you go with what you got, right? You go with what you got. Use your moneymaker. And but her coming into this episode fucking nailed it. She was great. And like I said, they've just got all this great cast of people who come in there. And then, I mean, to top it all off, you got Paul Bettany. I fucking love Paul Bettany, man. The Prodigal Son Returns. That's like one of the first things I remember seeing him in was A Beautiful Mind. He's fucking great in that. Dude, I fucking love Paul Bettany. And then you toss in Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. Dude, she's fucking nailing it. Like, some of the scenes that I seen there, like where she was fighting with Geraldine, I was like, dude, like, you can see she's heated, dude, because like when they're doing this shoot, she's all got her teeth all gritted. She's like, shh, and that was crazy stuff because she's getting into her magic, and you can see she's all emotional, and she's not herself. And she blows Geraldine through the wall, and then you see her sitting there. She's like, oh shit, like, what did I do? And so she covers up her shit, and that actually comes back to something that I was reading in what was it, that Vision series? Is it Tom King that did the Vision series where Vision had created an AI version of a family, and I didn't read all of it, but she ended up killing, who was it she ended up killing? Shit, I can't remember. Like I said, I'm telling you, I've been on Marvel Unlimited, binging the fuck out of comic books, out of these series and everything, and I'm telling you, shit's all like, I gotta sit down and take fucking notes. But she ends up killing somebody and buries them in the backyard and covers it up and tries to act like nothing happens, right? And I think it was Viv that seen it or something, which was their daughter, and like she's seen it or something and kind of started like, it was really trippy, but that's what it made me think of. It was like, she did this stuff and she's feeling sorry. She covers it up, and then she's kind of traumatized by it as well, because you see she's like, oh shit, like she covers it up, and then you see just kind of her attitude and everything there. There's like it's just a lot of emotional and tonal changes in her there through those scenes. But yeah, the Ant-Man callback was great. See, and here we are. Oh, man. I started screaming when I saw scrolls on the whiteboard. Yeah. Yeah, what? Were you bashing the great Mike Patton? Yeah, I'm sure he was, man. Hater. Yeah, Will trying to steal your style. I know, dude. Like, that was great, man. He was awesome. I loved it, man. He was going at it, dude. I was loving it. They establish that her mom was the founder of Sword. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hashtag the Stark Sham. Yeah. Why would the Earth Ground Sword agents consider the scrolls a threat if they knew they were up there? Well, the thing is I'm not sure that he was looking at it as that they were a threat so much as is it scrolls that they're seeing there in that reality and stuff. I think that's what they were looking at, is if they're watching scrolls, if there's scrolls that are in there, not necessarily that they were a threat, but because they're a government agency and they don't want to like superheroes, they don't want to like aliens or anything like that. They don't care. They don't like them. They discriminate against them. Don't you get that? Don't you understand that? Come on, man. They're discriminatory against them. But Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps, with a lot of help from a doctor that saved his life. Oh man. They just grounded the agents that were blipped. Yeah, yeah. Well, and the thing is, they just grounded the agents that were blipped, but they did also say that most of their missions that they were doing now, you were using drones and nanotech and AI. So yeah, yeah. The whiteboard, yeah. Darcy's. I don't think the scrolls are the secret invasion threat. Hard to say. I think it's a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. TK's Batcave, how are you doing? What is up, my brother? I hope all is well, going well with it. Since you've been doing some of those WandaVision watch-alongs and stuff, man. I seen you you weren't able to stream for a while. What happened? Did you get did they? I don't know. I know sometimes they do. If you play something online, they won't let you stream for so long. I know some people have gotten that. You can't stream for 90 days. Fucking YouTube, man. Mando the Bando. I think Tyler Hayward is a super scroll. He could be. He easily could be. Now, the one thing I started to think about a lot was everybody's talking about. There's been theories out there about Mojo. I don't know a whole lot about Mojo other than some recent shit that happened in the Marvel comic books and the X-Men comic books recently. I don't know a whole lot of jack shit about Mojo, but some people were theorizing that it's Mojo doing a lot of this shit, and I'm like, I don't know, but just knowing what little bit I do know about Mojo, I'm like, I could see where that comes from. Also, think about what was the when they were talking about the the CMBR, cosmic microwave radiation, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You notice when the director came up there and he said it's, what was it, relic radiation, was it relic radiation, relic relic, but the thing is, what he mentioned was relic. He mentioned, I think it was relic energy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The thing is relics are what they talked about in Doctor Strange when he was talking about the Wanda Watum, the vaulting boots of Valtor, and you got all those things that are basically the weapons that they end up using, and they've got they're relics, and they've got they've got that magic embedded in them, just like his cape, just like Doctor Strange's cape. All of those kinds of things. So very, very interesting there, because they were talking about that, and they were talking about the relic energy. And okay, and the other thing I was talking about this morning was I didn't realize. I think maybe that's what somebody was talking about in the thumbnail that I used. Was that not a quasar star on the sword logo? Is that a photon star on there? Just the 4-pointed star? Just the I thought it was Quasar. I thought Quasar was the one that had the 4-star. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. 25-minute long credits. Yeah. So Wanda literally brought Westview into existence. That's crazy. I don't know about that. I'm still trying to figure that one out. because those policemen, they seem very, I don't know. I don't know. They just, I can't see it seem like they were playing along or anything like that, but they seemed a little over dramatic about the whole situation. Like, yeah, that's what you're trying to tell your G-Man. There's no town here. You know, because they obviously don't see the stuff going around them. I would guess they don't, but like they're acting a little overly over the top with some of that stuff. Yeah. I would say half hour, and we will get hour and a half credits, right? Yeah. Wanted good, but I wanted to jump on my bed when it was over. I'm sick of waiting every week. Yeah. No, me. See, I'm okay with the waiting. I'm okay with the waiting. Ryan, how are you doing? What is up, Ryan H? Are you here to? You're not here to time me out, are you? You're not here. He's like, oh, Trinity, you've been a bad man. Oh, what's with all this message retracted, XR Coon? What'd you do, man? Are you guys cursing? What's everybody doing? All these message retracteds. All these message retracteds. Did you see the comic I texted you? Yeah. I did see that. Great Council, how are you doing? What is up, my brother? How is it going? Paul Bettany is a goat. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's great, man. I like him. He's good. He's a great actor. Yova Rodz is in the building. Did you just get here or did I? Okay. I didn't think I missed you. All right. What is up, Yova Rodz? How are you doing? Landon TLB is in the house. I'm more about Paul's wife, Jennifer Connelly. Shwing. Yeah. I like Jennifer Connelly too. Definitely, definitely one of my childhood crushes. That's for sure. Yeah. Love Jennifer Connelly, and she's a good actress too. She's a good actor. I give the episodes the episode fell short. It felt like 10 minutes, but not 30. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Again, the show is constant. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. That orchestra, piano, acoustic guitar, analog driven Weezer album. Okay, human what? Oh, okay, you're talking about Weezer? Yeah, all right. I got oh man. Airspire 20 says, "Good, but feels like we keep seeing so much of the same footage. Makes feel shorter than it is. Yeah, it does. It does. Man, we're still in Skarsgård would return to the MCU. Did he ever say that he wasn't? Because he was good, but yeah, I like Stellan Skarsgård. He's great. He's great. The CNBR radiation mimics the Big Bang, I think. Yeah, and that's where I say that. But they said, I think they said it was relic. Wasn't that what it was? Relic radiation or something. I can't. But he said whatever power was. But he mentioned relic in there. I'm like, ooh, which is interesting. You know why that's interesting? Let me tell you why that's interesting. I'll show you. If you go back to the comic books. Look, I'm almost caught up with the chat. If you go back to the comics, he says the CMBR radiation mimics the Big Bang. I think the Infinity Stones were created in the Big Bang, and Wanda's power comes from the mind. So yeah, absolutely. 100% there, exactly. Trinity, remember the A-Force rumors with Brood? Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. The Eternal's power description for Druig's power is control over men. So I think he will dominate the minds of human and Skrull men. Oh yeah, absolutely, XR Coon. It's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking the exact same. Like, we're there. You know what? We're not the ones that forget about all those videos that Josh does. But here, where were we at here? We were talking about the CMBR radiation mimics the Infinity Stones. And if you go back, where are we at here? If you go back here, is it this one? Let's see. No, this one isn't it. Where's the other Vision in where's the other Vision in Scarlet Witch series? There's another one here. Where's it at? Where is the other one? Where's it at? Hate having to search for that stuff. Because I was just reading it. Right, here we go. Alright. You got here into Pretty sure it's right here in this first issue. We're talking about the relics. They got the book. They burned the book. Wonder Man. Yeah, they attack. Damn, where's it at? Where is it at? It had to do with exactly what we're talking about here with oh man. Sam Hain, there's Sam Hain. She has what is it? She Scarlet Witch ends up getting I can't find it here. What it is she ends up getting these relics. She ends up getting these relics that she has to destroy because they have like spirits basically imbued in them. That might, you know what, that might have been in the series I was just checking out a second ago. It might have actually been in that one. But she has these relics that she has to go through. She has to destroy them because they're imbued with this power of these spirits, if you will, not necessarily gods, but of these spirits that live inside of these relics. And so she has to go through and destroy them to destroy like their spirits and whatnot. I don't think. Where is that? I don't think it's. Yeah, I mean it's too much to go through, but it's there in the comics. She has these little relics and stuff, and so I thought it was interesting that they were mentioning that. But the other thing is yeah, the director was very interested in what was going on, what Darcy was doing there, and then he all of a sudden took off immediately as soon as they've kind of investigated a little bit there. Did he not rush a little bit? Like he seems a little on edge. Marvel Maniac, thank you so much for being here. I hope all is well. But yeah, absolutely XR with that the A-Force rumors, the Brood, yeah, all of that stuff, dude. All that stuff. No, Adam was the one that timed you out. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Did they explain too much? Who? Did who explain too much? I don't know. I don't think so. They didn't explain enough. I need to start watching the episodes before the stream starts. Yeah, RC Scott, you had all day. K-Log, my man, what is up, my brother? How are you doing? I hope all is going well with you, my brother. Been listening into some of your streams, man. Hilarious shit, brother. Hilarious, dude. Oh, man. XR Coon says, also Colty. Yeah, man. Dude. Yeah, Colty, dude. That dude's the man. Thank God I watched the episode before I came to the stream. Yeah. Had to leave last time. Yeah. Don't come to this stream if you had. You know what? And we weren't even supposed to. Yeah, the director seems suspect, especially considering he's the director, right? Or the acting director. The acting director in a TV show within a TV show within a should I keep using the quotes? Should I am here? What's up, LB? Show us those stats, Trinity. Yeah, so yeah, that dude, like he's suspect. He's suspect as hell. But yeah, he's suspect as hell, man. I don't trust the guy. Plus, he's a man. A white man. Can't trust an old white man in charge with power. But seriously, I've been loving the episode. And, you know, like I said, like I said, I was saying at the beginning of the stream before we got into everything here, all the real names of the Westview citizens, like Herb and Norm, don't matter because they're just names from the cast and crew. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's very... Well, I'm still a little suspect about everything going on there with all those people. I'm still a little suspect about that. Oh, and you know what else I found out? My theory about when they were sending in the drones and Wanda hearing it all those times. It's true because there's a scene where you see them sending in multiple drones at a time, which would have been the same time that they were, when she was hearing them at that nighttime scene when it kept happening and they thought it was the tree. They thought it was the bush. Anyway. Moving on. Guys. As I was starting off the stream, I was talking about I was late to the stream because I was late to the stream because technology and shit, getting ready for the stream. I got here, my computer was I probably just needed to reboot everything, just shut it off for a while, and so I did that. Just reset it and got everything up and going again. Wokemon, gotta catch them all. But, and the thing is, like, I was late, and the thing is, like, oh, I got an excuse. It's the technology. But the thing is like, it's an excuse, right? Because I know that technology, something's gonna happen. You're gonna launch, you're gonna go to launch Streamlabs like 5 minutes before your fucking stream is supposed to start, and the shit has to download an update, right? And it downloads the update, and then you gotta restart your fucking computer anyway. And you know that. You know this shit happens every single time you sit down. Just fucking start early. Don't sit down 5 minutes to showtime, Trinity. Don't show up 10 minutes to showtime, Trinity. Get there fucking 7:30 and be ready to have all this shit. You go and do it. Because you're gonna end up being late, like starting at like 8:20. Because of fucking technology. You know this, Trinity. Right? Yeah, you don't have an excuse for being late starting the stream, except for the fact that the shit works against you. The time works against you. And you should have been early, not tried to be on time. And that's the thing, is ultimately, we set our own stage, right? We set our own stage for in our life. Every day every day you're out there that you're living, you're setting the stage for your life. And a lot of things come about when doing that, building the stage and setting it up for your life and your everyday things that you do. A lot of those are really kind of affected by other people, right? Because the thing is, like, you have your view of everything, and everybody else has their view of shit, right? You have your view of shit, everybody else has their view of shit. And no matter what, you have your experience, they have their experience, and together combined, most people have similar experiences, right? Most people have similar experiences, but framed differently. Like racism. I'm sure everybody's experienced racism. Yes, everybody, even a white man has experienced racism. Everybody experiences these things, right? But that's the thing, is like, everybody has their experience with these things, and everybody deals with these things differently. You set your own stage. You also have a perception of how you think people perceive you. We all kind of do this. You kind of assume what somebody thinks about you. And hell, it's something like I've kind of grown up dealing with in different ways throughout my life, just because of different situations I was in as a kid. Growing up, we weren't rich. We weren't poor. We were middle class. I mean, yeah, sure. But the thing is like, we knew, even growing up, a lot. Like, I grew up with a lot of kids, and my parents were friends with a lot of these other people in town who, and the thing is, like, even nowadays, I'm a business owner. And I interact with a lot of people in the community, other business owners, other people in the community and shit. And even I still have this thing at times where it's kind of like I kind of feel people see me as this like look, dude, you see me all the time. I wear fucking t-shirts. I wear shorts. You know, sometimes I wear pants. I wear fucking cargo pants. Like you're not ever gonna see like you see me go to a fucking funeral. I'm not wearing a tuxedo. Okay, I might wear a nice button-up shirt and a tie. I'm not that fucking guy. You know, I don't you get all just and therefore I know that about myself, and I do know that some people really look at those kinds of really look at those kinds of things and take those kinds of things into account, and everybody kind of experiences that differently, because like me, like with my background, I still feel like even though I've been amongst a lot of these same business types my whole life, I still sometimes kind of feel not uncomfortable, but feel like these people view me this way anyway. They view me this way anyway, so fuck it, whatever, man. I'll just fucking be myself. There ain't fucking nothing I can do about it. I can't change how I can't change how they see me. So it's just best for me to be me. That's all I can do. I can't change how they're gonna see me or anything like that. And you can't change that. Now, obviously, first impressions make a big deal. But the thing is like everybody kind of has that where you kind of assume and kind of put a barrier up there, maybe where you have this maybe this view of what certain people think and may how they may view you. You have your perception of how people, especially people you don't know. If it's people you know, for the most part, you know how they feel and everything because they're a good friend and you know them. But everybody else, like it's kind of it's different like that. You have these perceptions, and a lot of times this becomes backed up by other people you meet and through life experiences and things like that. But you kind of have this thing, and like I said, I do the same thing. I get into some of the chamber meetings and stuff that we have here in town. I'm kind of like I'm not the dressy up, like I said, the dressy up business guy and everything. And plus the business that I'm in, it's great. I get to go out there and have a lot of fun. And so I get into some of these things and I go in there and I'm myself, man. I'll go in there and they're like, oh, tell us about yourself, what it is, what you do, and this and that. And I go in there and I tell them like, hey, yeah, I'm Trinity. This is my business, blah blah. People love my nuts, right? Which naturally people are like, whoa, whoa, in the meetings, and it's like, yeah, we got all this. I'm telling them about the products and shit that I sell, and that's the thing is like, I'm like that's just me, right? And sure, I mean. The joke might be a little risque. It might be pushing the boundaries a little bit. But the thing is most anytime I ever do this, no matter who's in any of these meetings, they all laugh. They all laugh and they all chuckle. Especially when, because they learn as I'm learning and they're learning and I'm telling them about my business. It gets them to laugh and all that kind of stuff. It's the icebreaker. And, like I said, I still sit there and I'm like, they probably just see a motherfucker in a t-shirt and a pair of pants like, this motherfucker... Like I'm not built like that, right? Like that's just me. And a lot of times, like I said, I have this kind of perception that they perceive, but I do what I can to break through those misconceptions I have of what they perceive, right? Like I said, it's something that we all do. You do it. And you can't lie and say that you don't. This is what people do. This is just like fucking part of being human, right? Everybody kind of has that, so you just go out there and be yourself and fucking hope that people are willing to accept you for you. Right? You just want them to accept you for you. Now, however, even going along with that, this brings us kind of back around to the point, is you set the stage for your life. All these things, a lot of these perceptions that you have about certain things, you make those true. You set your perceptions in life and how you perceive things. And that's not to say that it's wrong or that it's all your fault. Though most of it is. Most people don't like to admit fault. Most people don't like to admit fault. But you build your own universe. Your happiness is in your hands. Your fulfillment is in your hands. It's all up to you. It's not up to somebody else. But the thing is you let other people affect it. We all do. We all do. It's life, right? The thing is that you set the stage, you set the odds against yourself, right? Because of a lot of these perceptions and things that have happened. So a lot of people put up these barriers and these brigades, in these blockades, I guess, in front of themselves. You set your own stage in ways like that. Like I was just saying, with people, like how thinking about how people perceive you and how you can't really, a lot of those kinds of things, a lot of the way that you perceive the world is from your point of view, because that's your experiences. Your experiences, like I said, are different than somebody else's. Although when it comes down to it, you're going to have a lot of the same experiences, just through different ways. It's how you react to them and how you take them in your life that's going to, how you translate them in your head, in your brain, how how the outcome of these things. And that's where, you get a lot of people that have like these negative mindsets. We all know this person out there. I used to, like, where I used to work at, was I talking about this the other day? I was talking with somebody about this the other day anyway. We used to get bonuses, right? I used to work at, I used to work at Walmart. And we would get bonuses, right? We would get bonuses, and like sometimes you get a $1,200 bonus. Sometimes it's $500. Sometimes it's $50. And, but it's like, dude, like, they don't have to give you the fucking bonus. But there's always people bitching about the bonus, even when you get the big bonus. Like, oh, we got $1,600. Holy, is that it? Is that it? Been working here this whole year, and then and it's like, all right. And then a lot of times they're trying to get their morale up. They're trying to keep morale up. We just got fucking a big ass bonus. Even if it was a small bonus, they didn't have to fucking give it to you. We'll have a barbecue. Hey, morale's up. People are happy. We'll have a barbecue. They have hamburgers and hot dogs there. And chips. People come up. Is this it? Hamburgers and chips? This is ghetto. And you just want to tell this person, stop being miserable. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You don't have to be, you can be miserable alone. They didn't have to get, like, if you're going to bitch about it, give them the fucking check back. Give them the fucking hamburger. Just don't take the hamburger. It's ghetto. It's so, but just don't take it. Just don't take it. Just fucking cut it out. Right? Just stop. Just give him back the money. But here's the thing is, I also heard this same shit from a lot of good people. Right? A lot of the, and believe me, there was a lot of people that were like this in, sitting there in the break room. There was a lot of fucking people like this. And here's the thing is, there was a lot of these people there that were, to the best of my knowledge, people I've worked with for a couple years, several years, even more than that. They were all good people. They're all decent people. But their perception of shit is different. Their life experience is different, right? And so while I'm sitting there, just like, I just want to, like, shut the fuck up. Like, just be fucking happy with something. Can't you be fucking, they didn't have to fucking give it to you. Give this shit back to them. Shut the fuck up. Can't you fucking be happy with what you got? Can't you just be fucking happy with it? Huh? Come on. I know you can do it. But the thing is that's inherently who they are, right? And you're not gonna change, and you can't change this person by telling them. I can't say that you can't, because everybody's different. Everybody needs to hear things differently. Believe me, I've given people harsh feedbacks on shit like that, and you see their attitude change like that. They're like, oh shit, and you know you've done this before too, or you've had it happen to you. Somebody's done it to you, told you some shit that made it snap in your fucking head, and you're like, oh, like, hey, that person's right. Like, but thank you. Thank you. Like, you know, like they just, you know, and you're thankful for, like, you know, like they fucking knocked you upside the head, and you're like, oh, you get it now, right? A lot of people are like that, you know, but you can't always forcefully just change this person, you know, nor should you try to. Nor should you try to. Because everybody has that different life experience. Now, this person probably could change. You could probably turn this person around, but it takes a lot of steps to get there. You know, you gotta get them in a, and here's the thing is like, it's not even, you know, and that's part of the thing is everybody talks about it's more positive mindset. It has fucking bullshit to do with fucking positivity. It has bullshit to do with negativity. It has more to do with how you see and how you frame things, because that's just it. You build your universe. If you're a miserable motherfucker, chances are it's because of your own fucking doing, not somebody else's. And you can't put that on other people. Now, however, other people affect that. But you affect those other people as well. Simple shit. Now, you think it's simple, but not everybody gets this and understands it. There's a lot of dynamics that people don't understand when it comes to dealing with people. And not even dealing with people, but like interacting with people because of all of this shit. Because of who you are, your background and all that stuff. A lot of us don't have the same experience, and a lot of these people have different life experiences. Like I said, maybe they've had a shit life. I don't know. They may have. I mean, you could, but you know, maybe they just need a friend, somebody to give them a pat on the back, somebody to talk to. You know. But that's the thing is you can't change that person just by. But I mean, sometimes you can just by telling them to shut the fuck up. Just stop. Be thankful, right? Because they have like I said, different life experiences and things like that. And ultimately the thing is you can't worry about that other person's happiness neither. Right? That miserable motherfucker who's not happy that they got that fucking money, that's not happy that they got that fucking hamburger and fucking hot dog, it's not my place to fucking worry about that person. I could care. Like, look, the thing, and here's where the perception things comes back in again. That person can feel that way and be a miserable motherfucker all day long, and I could give a fuck less. However, there have been times where I've been known, and believe me, I've done it, where I will tell somebody, like, dude, if you don't want it, just don't have it then. Just, you know, just tell them. You know, maybe people get a laugh, they get a little giggle or whatnot, you know, or maybe the person's like, oh, you know, and maybe they shut the fuck up without you having to tell them. Exactly. Right? I mean, the best thing you can do to somebody is be honest with them, right? And that's ultimately, that's the best thing you can do is fucking be honest with them. About stuff like that, but you can't change that person. But at the same time, I could care fucking less about how they feel. I just don't want to hear your dumbass bitching about it, right? I just don't want to hear your dumbass bitching about it. And the thing is I don't hold any judgments toward that person. Like, I know, like I said, a lot of these people that were like that, I know that they're good people. Like I said, I worked with them for a while, for years. Like, they're, you know, we do evaluations. We talk to them, different incidents and everything. They're okay people, you know. They just don't have the same mindset that you do. They're not on the same wave fucking length, right? And that's okay. That's okay. I can coexist with this person. I can be friendly with this person and everything. Look, and I don't always want to tell this person something either, because like I just want them to be happy. And if being miserable is being happy to them, by all means, be miserable if that makes you happy. Matter of fact, I would help facilitate that if that's what you want, right? And that's why, like I said, there are times when I say shit to people. I'm like, hey, shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody else is here is bitching but you. And the thing is like I said, sometimes people need to hear stuff like that. I've had people tell me shit like that before. You know? One of my managers, when I had to be 16. I might have been 17. I was working at McDonald's. And I was working in the kitchen. I was the only one in the kitchen that day. We had a fucking rush. There was fucking busloads of kids and shit. And I'm there working in the back all by myself and shit. Like, I'm like, dude, like, I'm like fucking going crazy. And my manager, my supervisor, Lee, at the time, she came back there, like, at one point, because I wasn't losing my shit, but I'm just, you know, the pressure was there. I'm sitting there doing all this stuff, and they're calling all this stuff back. I'm like, hey, I'm getting it. Like, damn, man, shit, calm down. You know, and like, we kind of had a little interaction there. And then everything, you know, like, and I'm sitting there kind of like, you know, I'm kind of mad. You could tell she's kind of heated, you know. The fucking rush ends. Of course, another one fucking comes. We get through it. 16-year-old kid with so much responsibility. Anyway, we get through it, and then we got done. I can't remember exactly what it happened, exactly how it happened or anything, but I was talking to her. I was like, damn, Lee, like, shit, you put, basically, I basically told her, I said, you put my ass in check. And she just like, well, sometimes you just got to be assertive, you know. And I was like, you know, because I was about to say, man, you were being, she says, she knew I was getting ready to say a bitch, but I wasn't going to say it. But she goes, sometimes you just got to be assertive. It was all good. It was all good, you know? Like, we were able to have that moment, be heated, not like each other for a minute. And 5 minutes later, get through it and be, oh, okay, it's all good. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt by it. But like I said, not everybody is like that. You can't some people are a little more delicate. You can't deal with them like that. Not everybody can be dealt with the same, you know. And that's the thing is, a whole lot of people out there don't fucking get that. A lot of people at the same time don't get that, you know, what it takes to change your mind and what it takes to get you to realize something, or the way that you want to be talked to isn't the same way that somebody else wants to be talked to in certain ways. Best example I could think of this is, like, think about a personal trainer, right? Think about a personal trainer. If you were going to start a fitness program and you had a personal trainer, say you had all the money in the world and everything, you go to get a personal fucking trainer, right? You go to get this personal trainer, and you're going to have to cycle through personal trainers to find the right one for you. Because what do you want? What motivates you? Do you need the guy that's sitting there in your face, yelling at you, telling you to fucking push it, get that last one, get it, you know? Do you need that guy? Some people don't like that guy. Some people need the, you know, maybe they need the smack talking one, you know? Maybe they need the, oh, that's okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do your best. You can, come on, you got it. You got it. Just one more. You got it. You know, there's a lot of people have, and that's the thing. That's the best example I could come up with, is that people have different ways to communicate with them, right? And a lot of people don't get this, and you know, and the thing is like, especially when you're on a platform like YouTube's not so bad, because we could see each other if we were going to talk. you know, if we're gonna bring you on a live stream, we can see each other and talk, and there's nuance there. We can, you know, voice changes, tones, and shit like that. But when you get on like a Facebook or an Instagram or a Twitter, it's different, right? It's a different thing. There's not as much nuance there, right? So maybe you gotta be a little more selective in how you're engaging or exactly what you're saying, conveying to get your message across. Because one thing is definitely for sure is no matter if you type something in plain fucking English, somebody is gonna read those exact words and read something completely different out of what you typed than what, like, they're what they're seeing is different than what they're translating it as. Like, they read this, they translate it as something else, right? Their perception is something else, especially given the conversation. Where'd this conversation start at? How did it start? What are we talking about here? Right? All of these things play a part in it, and then especially online, because there is not as much nuance and things like that. And like I said, people are trying to read into shit. People take everything, you know, like, oh my god, what do you mean by that? You know, the other day, I was in a live stream, and I can't remember. I was in the live stream fucking around. I was being stupid. I was just being silly and shit. I wasn't even being stupid. I was just being silly and shit. Was in there tossing like, oh, Leslie Jones for the next Doctor Doom. Just talking some shit like that. You know, just being silly. Just being silly. And I can't remember, they were talking about something, and I was like, oh, you know, and I made a joke because all that clickbait bullshit that people fall for on fucking online forums, on comics Twitter, and all this bullshit about oh, Wolverine and Scott Summers are gay, they're having sex now, right? All of that bullshit is like, bro, like, no, it's not, no, I'm sorry, it's no, but okay, read a fucking comic, bro. And know the difference between fan art and not. But you just all of these different things out there like that, you know. And so, you know, like, you got to know the bullshit and, you know, stuff like that. And like I said, everybody perceives and takes all of this shit differently, and it depends on, you know, who you're hearing it from, where you're getting your information and all this bullshit from. It's just, and that's the thing is, because also when you get online, along with this communication, is a lot of times you end up getting what? Confirmation bias, right? You get the information you're wanting to find, you can go out there and find it, right? So like I said, there's all of these things out there to take into consideration that people don't think about in these things. They're not thinking about all of this different shit, and people just do not get all of these nuances, and you can't get that through in a typed communication on a place like a Facebook or Twitter, or, you know, whatever else there are out there. People just can't do it because everybody's always trying to read into something. What you said means something. And again, that comes down to people and how they perceive and take in all of this shit, their experiences, right? But the thing is, a lot of people do all this fake positivity bullshit, right? This fake positivity bullshit. Fake positivity doesn't help nobody. Like, going around and, you know, jerking people off doesn't do anybody any good, especially if you don't finish the job. You got to finish the job. You don't just start you got to finish the job. If you're going to do it, you got to finish the job. Don't come jerk me off and just stop in the middle of it. You got to finish the job. You know what that leads to, right? But the fake positivity bullshit is bullshit, you know. And like I said, positivity is bullshit in the first place. Positivity is bullshit in the fucking first place. But the thing is, if there's something out there, like, You set your own stage with the stuff. If you want the positivity, the positive stuff, you can get the positive stuff. You can ignore the negative stuff, the stuff you don't want to hear. You can ignore it, right? I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you should. That's up to you. You set your stage. So if you're the miserable motherfucker, you set that stage. That's your stage that you set. And you bring people, you bring the props, you set them up, and you bring all the people into it. You bring all the actors into it. You're fucking Wanda, right? No, not you, not your anyway. You set that stage yourself, right? All that bullshit, you can just be like, I don't want to pay attention to that. You don't court it. You don't court these things, right? Why would you court danger if you don't want to be in danger? Why would you play with fire if you don't want to get burned? You set your own fucking stage, right? Now, I fully understand that. I fully realize that. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this shit, like I remember when Facebook first started, back in the day, I noticed a lot of shit was really weird, with friends, people. I'm like, dude, like, what's going on here? This was back in like fucking like 2000, was it 2009, 2010? I know it was like right when my daughter was being born, and my daughter she was born in 2010. So like I know it was somewhere right around there, because I think Facebook was coming out just shortly before that is when it was, started, everybody's on Facebook. But I would notice like interactions, like friends, family, like you say something, and then through time I started messing with things on social media. Like I would notice like my friends acting differently. I'm like, what the fuck is like, dude, like, what? And it's exactly what you see now online, where everybody's triggered by everything. Everything's triggered reactions. Everything. Oh, you said this. You meant this by it? No, motherfucker. I meant what I just said. You're reading into it. Read what the fuck I put there without trying to read between the fucking lines. There's no lines. The lines are there. I gave you the fucking lines. But again, this comes down to people's perception, how they perceive things, how they take in the information, how they process that information. Some people, all the fucking lines, there's lines between the fucking lines. You give them the fucking lines, there's lines between the lines. They're looking into it. There's nothing fucking there. Like, but of course it doesn't help that people put stuff to read between the lines, right? I know. And that's the thing is like, I get that. I understand that. It's part of the reason I ended up here on YouTube, because you can see my fucking face and you can see whether I'm serious. You can see whether I'm playing it up and being sarcastic. You can see a lot of these things. You can see a lot of that. It's easier. And now, of course, some people are good actors. Some people are bad actors. Now, point being, with all of this, is with your stage that you set, if somebody comes onto your set, onto your stage, you can sit there and just tell them like, no. It's all good. You can sit out there in the crowd. You can watch. It's all good. It's all good. You just sit out there in the crowd, but not on this stage. Not this is my stage. This is my stage I set. This is my stage I set. Maybe I'll come to your stage. Maybe I'll come down there and I'll sit next to you sometime. Or maybe when it's your show, maybe I'll partake in it. If maybe I'll come onto your set if you'd like me to. And that's the thing, you can do that. But a lot of people like I said, we set our own stage. A lot of people want to let everybody onto the stage just in the hopes, maybe for attention, right? In the hopes for maybe to get attention. Maybe in the hopes that they get all the attention, they could just boot your ass off the stage, right? Yeah, look at this dumb motherfucker. Get this motherfucker out of here, right? But the thing is you can't say that you don't want it. You can't say that you don't want people on your stage if you're inviting everybody in the fucking world onto your stage, right? You just say, hey, come on, people fucking sneak on, and you're like, oh shit, like, I didn't want you here, like, well, you just invited everybody, like, oh, right? It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess, and you set these things up against yourself. A lot of times, you invite people that you don't want onto your stage because you want them there. You set your own stage, right? Now, of course, I'd set my own fucking stage. I'm fucking gravy. But that's not to say that, well, my stage is set and my stage is going good and I can manage my stage pretty well. That's not to say that if there's somebody that needs a stage hand, that needs a prop guy, that I'm not willing to facilitate that. Got a fire? You need some extra gasoline to toss on it, and you want the gasoline? Yeah, you need more gas. I'll go get the gasoline for you. Oh, you got the gasoline, but ain't got the matches, right? Well, hey, I got a lighter. Here you go. You want the lighter? Here's the fucking lighter. Take the lighter. I don't want the lighter. I don't even smoke. That's for you. You wanted it. I knew you wanted it. I'll facilitate. You know why? Because it's your stage. And this lighter will bring you the happiness that you want. I just want you to be happy. Right? Now the thing is when it comes down to that, I just want you to be happy. I'm willing to give you the matches, the lighter. I'm willing to go get you the extra gas. I'm willing to, if that's what you want. And that's what you're saying you want. You're saying you want it. So I'll give it to you. Because that's what's going to make you happy. That's what you want. Right? And it's not that I want to facilitate that, but it's what you want and it's what's going to make you happy. Now, I won't go so far as enabling. There's a difference. We're not enabling. But within the scope of everything that's going on here, within these mediums that we all interact in, all these people, and you definitely set your own stage there and invite people onto it or not, and people will just hop onto it anyway, is that, look, your only way through it is one of two ways, right? Either get pulled backwards, back out the stage, like, whoa, buddy, we'll draw the curtain, pull, whoa, let's back it up, or go through it. You got to go through it. You got to get through the shit. You got to get through the shit to get to the other fucking side. And to be honest with you, that's the only reason I'm willing to give the lighter or the matches, is because you got to get through the shit to get to the other side. To break on through to the other side, dare I say. You've got to get through it. And it's better to just go through the shit than to go backwards. Because you've already gone part way through the shit. Do you want to not get through it? You're going to have to go through it at some point. You're going to have to go through it at some point. There's no avoiding the shit. So, do you want to go through the shit, or do you want to back out of the shit and have to go through the shit again later? Up to you. Either way, the shit has to be gone through. Right? I'm willing to help facilitate that. Willing to help facilitate that. Case in point being, I guess, look, that's kind of the whole thing, and that's what a lot of people don't get, is that a lot of these things, a lot of these odds that you think are set against you, you set that stage yourself. You ask for the things. You tell the universe what you want, and the universe, a lot of times, will give you what you need, not what you want, because what you want isn't what you need, right? So therefore, I know this is going to be hard to get. You've got to maybe change what you want. Because knowing that you're going to get what you need, not what you want, you need to set yourself up for that. Knowing that you're going to get what you need, not what you want. You're like, all the plans made in the world, it's good to plan, get all your plans and everything out there. Plan as best you can, but none of your fucking plan is going to go right. Did you ever see fucking Christmas Vacation? The first Vacation. They planned the fuck out of that. He planned every goddamn mile. Clark Griswold had this shit fucking... He had every fucking thing planned out. And what of that plan did they get accomplished? According to the plan. Fucking nothing. Nothing. Right? So just strap in and go for the fucking ride. And don't for 1 second while you're on that ride act like you didn't want to be on that ride. Right? Don't act like you didn't. But ultimately the thing is if you want... You set this stage for yourself. If you want these things in your life, you invite them in, you bring them and grab them in. And you can easily get rid of them and let them go. It just reminds me, just because, some shit on Twitter, some Twitter drama with some bullshit of me asking somebody a simple fucking question. I'm like, oh, well, hell, this is what you want. You can get it. Get lit, bro. Oh, dang it. So, and that's the thing is, ultimately, if you don't want something in your life, you don't want that shit there, don't go seek it out. Don't interact with it. It's not saying that you have to give up or whatever the thing is. You're fighting for your cause. It's not saying anything like that. But the thing is when you're going to bat for your cause, for whatever your cause is, something, I was the other day I was fucking around. Stephen Walton, author Stephen Walton. He was on Twitter. And you guys know how I am with all that bullshit. I don't take any of that bullshit seriously. But he put he put a post like, what's up hashtag Fandom Menace, how's it going today? And I was fucking around and I put that's it. I was like that's just a hashtag. Hashtags can't answer. And he says, funny, it's been answered for years. And I was gonna say, well, I'm just trying to figure out what the fucking rules are here, because sometimes it's just a hashtag, other times it's not a group, other times it is a group, other times it's just a fan movement. I'm just trying to figure out the fucking rules here for the day. I just asked. I just said a hashtag can't answer, right? A hashtag can't. I'm just trying to figure out the fucking rule. I don't know the fucking rules. I'm just trying to figure them out. I'm trying to figure out what rules you want me to play by today. But I'm just fucking around with it. I didn't put all that on there, but I was just fucking around, because that's the thing. You set your stage. You decide for yourself the stage, the little games and everything that are on the stage that you're gonna play. Hey, and I'll play along with it. I know I'll play along with it. I don't want anybody to feel left alone. I'll play along with you. I don't want you to feel lonely. And I don't mean Stephen Walton. I just mean because sometimes, people don't interact with posts. You ever put one of those posts out there and nobody fucking likes it? You're like, oh shit. I still like that song anyways. Nobody liked it. Nobody liked when I posted it and shared it. And it's just funny. But that's the thing, Well, like a lot of people, you know, they're on the social medias, you know, maybe they're chasing clout, looking for attention. Yeah, man, just you can, you know what? You can interact with somebody online and joke and have a good fucking time and not be a fucking asshole to each other and still be snarky. Because like I said, you know, Stephen Walton, he put out that post, and I was just poking at him like, hey, it's just a hashtag, it can't answer, you know, and he put me like, you fucker, you know, he's like, I hope you're doing good, man, and I do. I hope he's doing good, and I'm sure that he hopes I'm doing good, man. Like most people I know who aren't fucking assholes don't wish bad upon anybody. They don't hope like, oh, I hope you get what you deserve. You're an asshole. I hope that, you know, you fucking die. But people do that shit. You know, like people seriously worry about that. You set your own stage, buddy. You're all good. I can laugh and joke with people. I can laugh at myself. Right? And if I go out there seeking attention on such platforms and I get it, I'm not going to be surprised when I get it. And if I'm seeking somebody's attention in a negative way and they give it to me, I'm not going to act surprised. I'm not going to act surprised, right? If I'm being a snarky son of a bitch, somebody comes back at me with snark, I'm not going to be surprised that they do. I'm going to be like, oh my God. And I'm not going to sit there like, you know, I set the stage, right? I set it. I expect you to expect. Oh, wait. I set the stage and I didn't expect anybody to come to the table. I didn't expect anybody else to come to the stage and play along. I was just trying to be happy and positive and say fuck you. Right? Totally not seeking your attention. Totally not seeking your attention. What the fuck did I tag you in that post for? That's so weird. It's so weird. And now it's so weird that you're here talking shit to me because I fucking, like, what? Look. If you want to get online and fight with weirdos, by all means, go right ahead. It can be entertaining. Believe me, I've seen some shit going down. It's fucking hilarious. Like this whole past week has been fucking great. Entertainment across the board on YouTube, man. Oh man. Oh, have you guys like? No, I'm not gonna get. I'm certainly not gonna get into that. Yeah, but the thing is, you set your own stage when it comes to these things. You invite people onto the stage. You can tell people to get off the stage. In the end, I mean, I guess I don't really have to use fucking analogies, do I? Do I need to come up with a million fucking analogies to tell you that you tell people how to treat you by how you treat them? Actions speak louder than words. Now, not everybody is the same, but you dictate that. You teach others how to treat you by how you act and how you act with them. This is I know this is 101 shit. This is fucking level 1 shit, actually. Fucking level 1 shit. You teach people how to treat you, right? And you can change that. You can change how somebody else treats you by how you act towards them. It's pretty simple. I can almost guarantee that you've done it at some point in your life when you weren't just sitting behind a computer or a phone or a TV screen or whatnot. Because certainly we all know there's plenty of people, especially over this last year, who have been stuck inside behind a phone, or computer, or TV, and have lost their perception of actual fucking reality. It's true. Don't act like it's not true. But the point being is, if you want attention from somebody, they'll, like, a lot of times people will just be like, you know, like when you're looking for that negative attention, you know, when you're looking for that negative attention, a lot of people, most fucking people will be like, yeah. Most sensible people, you know, I'm willing to let it go. I want to give you your negative attention. I don't, nah. A lot of people will happily oblige, right? A lot of people will happily oblige. And that's just it, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. People are fucking weird. And like I said, you want to fight with weirdos online? Hey, we can help facilitate that. We can help facilitate that. Case in point, but that's the thing, is you teach people how to treat you, and going out there and saying, hey guys, I want to be positive. Hey, let's get everybody over here. Let's get everybody over here and have a good old time. And you know what? Fuck you. Like, you're asking for the fuck you crowd to come over here and you don't have a big crowd with you when you're saying fuck you to the crowd. Like, you're just the guy on the stage. Like, there's nobody up there with you. You don't have a band. Like, you just, right? But that's the thing, and that's the other thing that comes along with it. The guy with the loudmouth on the stage too. You know, even if that guy does have everybody's attention and people are listening, you know, and you've got a problem with that guy on the stage, you don't go up to that stage and shout fuck you to him and everybody in the crowd. You're not going to win them over that way, you know, and nor is that a way that you want to, is that how you really want to engage with the people and do all that? No. What you do, especially if they don't fucking like you in the first place and you don't like them, is you go there in the crowd and you start talking to people. Hey man, what's up? And you know what? You just be yourself. You just be yourself. And you let them be themselves. And realize that in the end, you're fucking human. And you just want connections with people, to have fun interactions with people. Good interactions with people. Doesn't have to be positive. Doesn't have to be negative. Good interactions with people. Right? On that level. Right? And just go through the crowd and talk to each one of them. You don't even have to talk to them about anything that's going on. You can just go introduce yourself and just be you. And get to be known by these people in this crowd. That's not to say that you're joining the crowd, but you can talk to them. The loud guy, the loud mouth on the stage, he can do what he wants. You can talk with these people. And then when you're done talking with these people in the crowd, you can walk the fuck away from them. You can go home, get in your bed, cuddle with your little pillow, and go to sleep and be happy. You don't have to go into the crowd shouting obscenities, calling everybody a motherfucker, just because you don't like the asshole on the stage. You don't have to do it. especially when you are just that person in the crowd. You're going through the crowd saying fuck you to everybody. Chances are they're shoving your ass in the pit. But anyway, the ultimate thing here is like, look, you set that stage yourself. You decide for yourself if you want to have positive interactions with people, good interactions with people, or negative interactions with people. And when you ask for that negative interaction and you fucking get it, you can't be surprised. And it's really kind of hard to say that when you tell somebody to fuck off and they all come around and tell you like, bro, what's wrong with you? Are you like, dude, like what? Like, you got to understand, you asked them to come tell you fuck you because you told them fuck you. You gotta expect that reciprocation, right? Like, it's not just me. But in the end, it might just be easier, instead of saying, hey, let's come have a good time, fuck you guys, it might just be easier to just say, hey guys, let's have a good time. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. Anyway guys. Sorry, I kind of feel like I've gone on for a little while there. Let's get into the live chats and let's see what y'all chappies are saying. Okay, I know I'm way behind on these motherfucking chats. Let's see. We got all right. And straight, all the diversity marks not checked. He needs analysis of the footage everyone has been analyzing. Then he just leaves like it's not that important. Oh yeah. So RC Scott said, "Wokemon, gotta catch him up." Oh man, gotta sleep. Bye. All right, later, XR-kun. If he white, then he not telling the truth. Oh man, that's funny. Trinity deals with baldism. Yes. I do. You can't be racist against white people. Racism equals power plus privilege. Oh, okay. All right. Sometimes I wear pants. Oh man, suit up. Oh man, that's funny. Oh man. I'm way fucking behind here. So, yeah. Sometimes, if I was invited to that, I would wear black. I never have black. I'm wearing. If shorts is my only option, by all means. A lot of times I'm so lazy I forget to put on eyebrows. Oh man. Jonathan Velasquez says WandaVision episode 4 complete. Bam, dude. Ooh, dude. Vision, right? Vision. Seen that coming too, though. Seen it coming. Second amazing quote. Oh no, man! What I missed? What I miss? When going to a funeral, I dress up as Grim Reaper and sit quietly in the back. Yeah. People love my nuts. Yeah, your nuts are too salty. No, my nuts aren't salty. They're not too salty. Most people actually compliment them because they're not too salty. No one's ever happy. Yeah. Nobody's ever happy. Yeah, lobster and caviar. This is so ghetto. Yeah. That's how it would be. That's how that same miserable motherfucker would be like. Oh. Lobster and crab and caviar? Ghetto. Yeah, Carrow's had to bunk me on the head a few times to straighten my dumb ass out. Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know. People get caught up in this shit. I'll probably meet people like that in the future, but I'm not the type of person to be so soft or easy on someone. If they're acting like a baby and it's too much for the situation, then I'm telling them to be quiet and stop being so complicated and worry about the task at hand. Right? Yeah, absolutely. You got a friend in me. What? Oh man, what is up, Darth Daddy? What is up, the Great Council? How you doing, man? Yeah, Mike. People always complaining. People always complaining about shit. Some people are just miserable, and like I said, some people just want to be miserable. Miserable is their happiness. I complain a lot, but I keep it to myself. It's safe there, yeah, for the most part. For the most part. But that's not to say that, like, that's not, and that's the thing is, like, that's not to say, like, here's the thing with that though too. With the miserable people, like, if that's like them letting that out, I can guarantee you they're all the better for it. Them miserable ass motherfuckers, they're all the better for letting it out. That's why I don't hold those harsh judgments towards some of those people. Like I said, I know some of those people are fucking good people. They're just miserable ass motherfuckers. But the thing is it's probably best for them to let it out and get it out of their system. It's probably best to let them get it off their chest and let them have it be said. Let them have it be said. Let's see. If I have a problem, I have a problem. If something is clean, if I see the smallest amount of dust on something, I clean it myself. There you go. Yeah. Some need a participation trophy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, plenty of people need one. Plenty of people want one, and they ask for it too. Leslie Jones would be an amazing Doctor Doom. Just imagine the first time she transforms into him. Oh, hell no! Oh, weird. Transforms? Doom put a mask and cloak on. Not much to transform there. Normie. Oh, RC Scott, you piece of shit. Oh man. I'm kidding, guys. God dang, man. Gotta finish the job. Gary V. Who's Gary V? Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, you know, I know Gary V. I can't say I've really watched a lot of his shit, like a lot of his videos and shit. Haven't really watched a lot. I need to though. I need to. They say he's a great. I mean, I've seen some of it, but yeah. You could have used another example, Trinity, but I see what you did there. What? What are you talking about? What? Finish the job. Oh, yeah. That, yeah. No, finish the job. Finish the job. Positivity. There's barely any of it left in this world. People won't let anyone dream anymore. This world is falling apart. I see what's positive and what's negative, and they are all the same. Yeah, right. And that's the thing. And here's the thing. Look. Here's the thing. If you have to go out there and be like, hey guys, let's be positive. Okay, like, look, you're already starting out, like, fucking get that bullshit out of my face. Get that bullshit out of my face. You know what? Walk into a fucking locker room after you just lost the fucking Super Bowl. Walk into the locker room of the team who just lost the fucking Super Bowl and talk about fucking positivity. Do it. Go in there and talk about positivity. Everyone in that locker room, including the fucking coach, is going to tell you to fuck off. Because they know one thing. It's not about, well, if they're smart, they know it's not about the positivity. They know when they get in there, it's okay to be down. It's okay to have those negative feelings. They know that it's not about positivity, but once you get in there, it's not about being positive. It's about not saying stupid shit. It's about not saying stupid shit. Not trying to put the blame on somebody else. Not trying to figure out what the fuck happened. It's not about that. It's not saying stupid shit. It has nothing to do with being positive. And it has everything to do with just, you know what? Don't be negative, right? Don't be negative. And that starts with not saying stupid shit. Cut it there, right? It's okay to be realistic. But going in there into the fucking locker room after they just lost the Super Bowl and trying to be fucking positive about it isn't gonna fucking fly. But you don't walk in there and be negative about it, right? You don't walk in there and start kicking the fucking water cooler, throwing your clipboard, and fucking yelling at everybody in the fucking locker room because you just lost the Super Bowl. You know why? Because you got to the fucking Super Bowl. Right? That in itself is the plus. That's the positive. You losing the Super Bowl fucking sucks. No amount of positivity is going to take away that hurt, that sting, that fucking pain It's not going to take away all those days of practice, all the season of working together with that injury that you had in there. It's not going to take any of that away. Right? Guarantee you, in the winning locker room, that positivity takes all that shit away. You know why? Because that's where the positivity belongs. Right? However, the negativity can infect that positive locker room though too. So don't think it can't be the other way around, you know? Because we all know that negativity is a cancer. It's a cancer. So you just start with, don't say or do dumb shit. Right? Because positivity is bullshit. Oh, man. The positivity is bullshit. The positive looks like sugar and the negative looks like salt, but it tastes like sugar and the positive tastes like salt. Yeah, there you go. This is my stage, mother trucker. I would put people in my stage who I can trust and who I can protect, and if I can protect them, then I won't let them come. And if they are someone who I've known for at least 5 years, I guess, then yeah, I always go through it when I see it. I wouldn't want to waste any time since I want to head to this specific path. Yeah. Jason says, I'm going through the shit. I'm going through the shit I need, not what I want. I feel, yeah, absolutely. Plans are useless. Planning is invalid. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. They can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you might find it. Right. Well, here's the other thing too. Like, you know, there's some like, and I'm sure somebody probably said this is probably a famous quote or something out there, but a long time ago, I was back when I was in a band, I was writing some lyrics. And one of the things I had in the lyrics, one of my friends was like, dude, that's fucking great. I love that. But I put in there, you'll never get the answers you want. You'll never get the answers you're looking for when you're asking the wrong questions, right? It seems pretty simple. You'll never get the answers you seek if you ask the wrong questions. You get what you need. Yeah, absolutely. I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she would meet her connection. What I missed there? Oh, you can't always get what you want. You might find. Saw her today at the reception. What reception? Am I missing something here? At her feet was her footloose. Man. What? Are you singing a song? Oh man. Lonely. Many men wish death upon me. I mean, obviously you're using men in that case, and like as in humanity. I'm guessing then, because I mean, obviously you're not talking about like men, like man, like men. You know what I'm talking about. Men. And before anybody gets confused, yeah, men. Real man. Just men? Many pronouns, many thems, many theys, many, yeah. Many don't repress me's, many re's. Oh man, you guys are killing me. This is reality, but the interpretation of our individual consciousness. What is reality? Okay, what is reality but the interpretation of our individual consciousness? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, the reality is what you make of it. It's what you make. The reality is in your head. It's what you perceive to be in. And you can change your perception. You can change your perception on it, right? There are just too many normal or regular people that wouldn't understand. I think that people with wise mindsets say there are just too many normal or regular people that wouldn't understand a thing that people with wise mindsets would say. Well, I mean, and I get what you're saying there, because here's the thing: is like a lot of people aren't deep thinkers. They don't sit there and reflect about things that are like it's just they just don't do it. Like they're on autopilot. Like me, I've spent a fucking huge amount of my time growing up in my life thinking about shit like that, thinking about what this person thinks about me, and why do I think that why do I think that this person thinks about me like that? You know, and like I was talking about earlier in the stream, I'm not sure if you were here for that. I've thought a lot about that. Why do I feel like this person sees me that way? It's because of my perception of how I see this person perceives me. I have no fucking clue how they perceive me unless they tell me. I can only go by off how they treat me. But at first, I can only go by what I view and how they're going to perceive me through my own life experience. And they only change that through their interactions with me. No, hey, wait. Are those people thinking differently? Kill it. Yeah. Obi-Wan, the homie, says, what a concept. Yeah, man. Yeah. Karma. Ooh. Now, I don't believe in karma. Karma's bullshit. I think karma's bullshit because if karma were real, there's a whole lot of motherfuckers who haven't got their comeback. They haven't got that come around. Karma hasn't hit them. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers that karma has not and will not hit because karma isn't fucking real. It's not. Though it's great to think that it is. It's great, right? When you be like, ooh, that person got their karma. It's bullshit. Now, however, that's not to say that you don't make things happen neither, because that's exactly what we're talking about here. You do make things happen, but karma, in the sense, does it, because believe me, I've seen some terrible shit happen to the best fucking people in the world, right? And I've seen some great things happen for the biggest pieces of shit in the world. And you know that, so... And that's the thing. So that's why I say that karma's bullshit. But you can still shape your reality in that way. But yeah. I go all night if you need to. 6 hours behind. Nah. Look, I'm almost caught up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Kayla says positively. Yeah. Obi-Wan, the homie, says, Mark Twain, never argue with the fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. I love that. But it's a good, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. And that's the thing is, like, you gotta let the fool be the fool. Let the fool be the fool. You know what I mean? Just let that, yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't want to, yeah. Never, yeah, I love that. That's a good one. And Mark Twain's full of them fucking good one-liners, too. It's a Rolling Stones song. Yeah, I figured it was. I can't remember where we were at there in the lyrics. We started typing those. But yeah, I've seen that. All right, I'd better start WandaVision. Peace out. All right, later, RC Scott. We'll see you tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow, dude. LB said Jay-Z said it better. Nah, dude. Ice Cube said it better. Life ain't nothing but bitches and money. Oh man. Let the buffoons expose themselves. Yeah. And see, and that's the thing is like my whole thing is like that's what I don't get. This is what I don't get with like the whole fucking cancel culture and all that. And, and I hate when motherfuckers come around like, oh, cancel culture isn't real. Cancel culture. Like, look, it's a fucking real thing, okay? It's a real thing. But the thing is why would you want to do that? Why would you want to cancel somebody? Right? Because the thing is like what they do is kind of like that. Like, let people expose themselves. You got a racist piece of shit that you know of, like online or something? By all means. Like, dude, like that racist piece of shit, by all means, enable that person to let them expose themselves all they want. It's the world is a better place for it. Trust me, it is. Because if you say that it's not, you're saying that you want this motherfucker to go underground and mask and hide everything they're doing. And then you can't see it coming, right? That's what you're asking for. You're asking, basically, like through that, canceling somebody. All you're doing is trying to bury your own head in the fucking sand because that person still exists. Right? So you don't want this person to go away. You want the person to go away. And this is why everybody ultimately, how would you say? They don't get. This is how people didn't get the representation they wanted. By people trying to get rid of it, trying to bury their own head in the sand. You can't do that. That person still exists, right? It just don't work out. And that's why the representation is important. Because everybody's voices should be heard. Right? Let people expose themselves. Let people represent themselves. All inclusive by all fucking means. Inclusion? Diversity? Absolutely. That includes everybody. Everybody. See, the point being here is when everybody thinks of inclusion and diversity and these kinds of things, these days, it just means what we mean is just these people, not everybody. True diversity is everybody, right? Right? Just because you don't like the motherfucker over there doesn't mean they don't belong. Doesn't mean that. It just means you don't like them and you don't get along with them. They're okay to be over there, right? Unless they're like one of three people, I guess. Those three kinds of people can, we're okay to get them off the face of the earth. You know who I'm talking about. But that's the thing, is like if they're there, if they're not harming anybody, by all means let them be a fucking asshole over there. You're coexisted in the world with fucking assholes your whole life. People, and like even with all the, all the race shit, people get so fucking caught up with it. Like you realize that there's people out there actually today, like still like whole countries that like racism is something that's been around forever. We were talking about that last week. It's been around forever. You're not going to get rid of it. You can't stamp out racism. People like to keep within their own cultures in some areas of the world still. It's not that they're racist. They just prefer their own for those reasons. They don't want their bloodlines or their heritage or and whatnot watered down. That's all good. Doesn't mean that they treat everybody like a piece of shit, though some do. Oh, you go to some place in the world, especially if they see you're American, they're gonna treat you like you're a piece of shit. But this same thing happens to people who are fucking from England and shit, and they go somewhere, and they go into another country. People are like, what are you doing here, you fucking Englishman? Get the fuck out of here. I don't fucking like you neither. There's still plenty of people like just. The thing is not everybody's a piece of shit about it. Most people tolerate people all day long, right? Most people tolerate all people. Most people are accepting of everybody's cultural differences. Most people are accepting of that. Like, hey, we're different culturally. Hey, that's good. Most people embrace it. Most people like it, I love all kinds of different cultures. Good shit. Good shit. You know? And that's why I say when you see these people who don't like to go outside of their their races or whatnot, these traditions, that's okay, cool, man. Like, man, you want to keep that shit there, like that's your fucking history, that's your heritage. By all means, fucking do that. Good, you know. But I also see nothing wrong with, we can see what's going on in the world. Like, ain't nobody in this world like a fucking how would you say, a pureblood. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, is it's all fucking silliness. Because in the end, we all bleed red, and we're all only human. Of course, in the end, there are some real legitimate pieces of shit out there too. But just not everybody that you think. Just because somebody doesn't believe all the same things that you believe, just because they don't like your favorite band, just because they don't like your favorite movie, just because they don't like your president, doesn't mean that they're a piece of shit and they should die or anything. That doesn't, you can coexist in a world with that person, and it's okay. It's okay.